Hi. So there was something that I was pretty certain I wanted to talk about in the video today. It's just as I was getting ready, I just kind of felt uncomfortable with doing this because of how I looked, especially my skin and my hair, which, if you've seen any of the other videos on my channel, it's not exactly an uncommon occurrence. But aside from that, I was also kind of worried about whether I could actually, do the subject justice. But I'm going to try anyway. So, yeah, basically, because of recent, circumstances and things happening in life for me in general, I've kind of really felt like there is a really strong need to try to appreciate the moment more. And it's not something that's easy to do, especially when there's things that are bothering you about the moment. Like for me right now, even just like the way I look, which might seem totally fine to some people, but for me, it's a challenge and has been like my whole life, especially with the acne and everything, and how I'm still dealing with it despite trying so many things and being so diligent with caring for myself, like both in like the sense of like a skincare routine and paying attention to my diet and not eating unhealthy things. Uh, but yeah, it's just something that I've had to deal with, and I'm kind of getting distracted from the point. But with the school year at my work ending, as of like Friday, I do go back Monday and Tuesday to help out with like cleaning up the classroom and stuff for the teacher I work with and getting things ready for next year. But it just kind of really hit me that it was something that I wanted to get through with a lot of the time. Like, I love the people I work with, and I know that the kids love me and everything because of, the things they do and say, like giving me little drawings and stuff. And, my coworkers are very good to me too, especially the teacher that I work with. She's really wonderful. But just due to like how I look or how I'm feeling, or just feeling that, it's stressful a lot of the time, I don't want to go. And when I'm there, I don't want to be there. I want to go home. I want to be able to relax or not be around other people because I don't feel comfortable with being seen because of how I look or whatever. Uh, so a lot of the days I'll feel that way. And when it's all over with, like this past week, it feels like it went by so fast. And I feel like a sadness, especially for the people that, I might not ever see again because some of the kids go to different schools or they move on. I mean, they'll be in different classrooms. I won't see them, or coworkers retiring. Like next year is the last year that I'll get to work with the teacher that I work with, who I love quite a bit because of how good she's been to me and, the time I've spent with her. She retires next year and she's been working a long time. So, I'm happy for her to be able to do that. She's been doing this longer than I've been alive. But I feel sad to think about, the fact that my time with her is coming to an end soon. And like there's this feeling like I should have, or I should appreciate it more while it's still there. And I mean, like I do want to try to keep in contact with her if I can uh, afterwards. But I just feel like I really need to try more to appreciate things and to enjoy, life just as it is in each moment, even if there are things that aren't the way I want them to be, because none of it's going to last forever. And despite, like, wanting to get through with things and, getting to that point where you're at the end and it feels like it happened really fast or whatever, I can't help but wonder if that's what it's going to feel like, when, like my time has come to an end, or, anybody else's. Does it feel that way? I feel like it must. Like, how did I get here so quickly? And where did all the time go? And all those days that you spent, or I spent, or anyone spends, wishing that it was like over with, or that you could get through whatever it is. It all seems like it wasn't something that was worth feeling that way for. Like, that you should have just been more grateful for um, the good things in those moments and not focus so much on the bad ones. And I know that, like, just because I'm able to see it that way right now doesn't mean I'm always going to be able to, even like going forward. It's not something that's easy to do. I feel like it's kind of almost human nature, maybe, or at least that's the way it feels for me. Um, there's just other things like lately too. It's kind of like a whole moment like that for me, because I talked recently about how my um, personal care provider doctor is leaving, or well, she's left now. That was on the 15th. Um, my therapist, the next time that I see her this week, will be the last time that I see her as well. And just the timing of it all feels like kind of weird, but it's made me think about it a lot. Like, when's the last time you're gonna see somebody, and to like try to appreciate it more. I know that they're not like friends or family or whatever, but I don't know. I get attached to people. Maybe it's not like that for everyone, but for me, it is. Even if it's like a doctor or a therapist or whatever, like, I feel a sense of attachment and I care about the person, even though I don't see them very much or don't have like as many interactions. And it's kind of hard to lose that. It it's a difficult feeling, and I think I've like felt that way my whole life with connections of any kind, really. Uh, there's people that I wish I had done more with or stayed in contact with, and just a kind of, I guess, regret. And, I don't want that to continue, and I don't want that for other people either. So, if anybody does watch this, it would be cool if I could help, like with the perspective on these kinds of things. I know I'm not the only one talking about this or who has talked about it, but I don't know. It's just it's something, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like my mind's kind of fogging up a bit. It's hard to keep my train of thought. Um, I felt like there was something else I wanted to say and can't really think of it. But yeah, I think there was like a quote by Brandon Lee before he had passed, sadly, at a really young age, about how I'm not going to be able to quote it exactly, but like it feels like there's like so much time to do everything, and you don't really know um, how many times you're actually going to get to do something, and it's actually not that many, to try to you know appreciate those times while they're there, because you don't know when they're not going to be. Basically, I wish I could have given the exact quote, but yeah. Um, I'm almost out of time for this video, and I hope it was like a good one. Uh, I still feel like I struggle with these, but maybe it'll be good for somebody, and that would be nice. anyways, I really appreciate anybody that watches these, and I wish you well. I wish you well. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my throat. And I'll see you next time. Bye.